Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WildEarth, and welcome to our campfire. My name's Marco Tonelli, and it's a beautiful night out here in Djuma, sitting around the campfire. I'm sure all over the world, when we think of campfires, there's a few things that are associated with it. Good friends, stories, and the outdoors. We have the outdoors. The questions have been coming in, so we'll have a lot of discussions to have tonight. And talking of friends, I have two friends sitting next to me. Well, one. The other one's on his way right now. Welcome, Jan.
Thank you, Marco.
I want to say hello as well. Jan is just joining us, but it's very nice to sit around the fire again. And it's grown very quickly from last time to this time. It's a few of us. And because you boys look quite pretty in the lights, huh? And looking forward to talking with you, but also amongst ourselves, and just also seeing where this space goes. It's a very special place, not to use the word sacred, but sitting around a fire is something that is embedded deep within our phonetic memories even. So looking forward to spending lots of time here.
Yes, also just from my side, Jan. Feel weird sitting next to a fire and saying from my side, Jan. But yes, thank you for sitting next to the fire with me, guys. Alex is, hopefully you can see and smell. I know you can see, but smell and feel the fire as well. But yeah, just looking forward to this little conversation and spending some time with all you guys out there next to typical South African bushfire. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful situation to be in, where we get to sit here and where you get to participate with us and join us around our campfire and listen to a few of the stories and the things we're going to be discussing over there. Well, as an ongoing thing from WildEarth. Over the last couple of days, we've been getting quite a few emails. It's been fantastic that everyone has been participating, and the emails have been flooding in. There's been a lot of work going through all of them, and we've been getting some very interesting questions that we'll be discussing tonight. It's fantastic to see a lot of people becoming very familiar with our characters out over here, and well, a lot of the questions are related to our characters. A lot of them are just related to how things are out in the bush and the situation that we find ourselves in our own experiences. We did get an interesting question coming in from Stacey in Ontario, Canada. She's been asking about a specific character that we've been seeing quite frequently over the last few weeks. Perhaps you're all familiar with her. It's an elderly elephant that has a collar around her neck. Stacey was wondering if it was a male, if it was a female, and what is the specific reason for this collar around the neck. I'm actually not going to go into too much about this, because I know my friend on the right over here, Peter, he's an elephant lover. We're all elephant lovers, but Peter's got a very, very unique passion for elephants, and I think you'd be the right person to answer that question, Peter.
Well, maybe it's purely for fashion, Marco. It could just be that she wants to look a little bit different. No, just kidding, and actually I was thinking about it just now. I'm purely joining her on the fire tonight because it's quite a special place and also something new that we're doing. As you know, I've been off the last week and a half or so I haven't actually seen a lot of these sightings, but this is the same female that we saw a while back. And please, actually, you guys should answer more, and Mark, you guys were there. But obviously the reason behind it is to track the herd itself. So from memory, but also just from a purely sort of research point of view, it would benefit them to collar a female and a relatively senior female in the group. In other words, an adult that will survive, and also that will stay with the herd. If they collared a bull, that bull is likely to move around. So certainly a female. Marco, there were a couple of different parts to the question, eh? But you've seen her quite a few times, obviously.
She has. She's been around. Alex and I have seen her quite a few times now. She's popped down to Gowrie Waterhole. We've seen her at Buffelshoek. Fantastic sightings, both really, really awesome sightings of her. And yeah, I mean, it's very easy to identify the group with that distinct collar around the neck, and obviously something to do with the tracking of movements. And Peter made a good point. Obviously, focusing on the herd structure, you'll get a much more detailed account of the activity. Wolves tend to wander much greater distances, but she's been around. There's a few very young ones inside that herd, and it's been fantastic to see the maternal instinct that you get from the female elephants coming out, and it's been beautiful just to watch that. Every time we've come past, she's always the first one to step in front of the herd, just to indicate that we mustn't come any closer.
The coloured one?
The coloured one, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, it's been
most
very,
likely
very
matriarch
interesting.
or one of the senior ones.
Absolutely, yeah. It seems like it, at least. Yeah, no, it has been. So, to answer the question, it's definitely a female. And with regards to the purpose of it, there's a lot of research done in the Kruger National Park, and you're looking at around about, well, the park itself, it is 200 and it's 2.5 million, isn't it?
Yeah, in that region, it's said to, well, it's doubling now with Mozambique
Absolutely,
and all that coming into it. So huge.
Yeah, so 2.5 million hectares.
Marco, sorry to interrupt you there. Just also wondering about this female. You guys have been part of the elephant capture. I know you have, Peter. Putting that collar actually on that elephant, I was wondering, because the first time I actually saw it was, I think it was the first time or one of the times, was where Rexon was on drive, and they found them close to Buffelshoek Dam. Actually, beautiful sighting heading towards, I think you were on camera that day.
That's right, yeah.
Beautiful sighting. They all came down on the southern side of Buffelshoek Dam, and Rexon went to the northern side, and we filmed them from across the dam. But just before that, I realized that this the specific female with the collar on, she was, I don't know if she was a little bit more aggressive towards the vehicle. I don't know what you guys think, but I just kind of thought that this whole capturing, I mean, it must be darting the elephant and then capturing it. Do you think that could be kind of part of why she could have maybe be a little bit more aggressive or a little bit skeptic towards vehicles or towards humans?
It's a good point. It's a good question, Jan. But it wouldn't be fair to just label it on that. I think due to the collar, we can pretty much assume that she's a Kruger Park based. Well,
it's been done by Kruger.
Yeah, and more than likely done by Kruger National Park.
Yeah, and most likely the stress you're mentioning, Jan, and again, I didn't see it, but most likely it's just that they hadn't seen vehicles for quite a while. They've probably been inside Kruger, they've been drinking at places, and they probably just hadn't seen many vehicles for a while. And you've probably found since then she's relaxed. Every time you've seen the group, they've probably gotten better again. So,
absolutely, yeah.
It's unlikely. Also, that collar, from seeing it before, it's been on probably for quite a while. With elephants, because of the size of the collar, they can put bigger batteries in, so those collars can run for anything up to 4 or 5 years. Okay. With your cats and so on, the collars are just physically smaller because of the size of the animal. So the batteries aren't as big. But this is a little bit long-winded into more the sort of animal management and research more specifically, which is actually what it's about. The same as we sometimes see vultures with rings on their legs. It's all part of a research program just to see movements and so on.
But yeah, it's interesting to see, and it's a very valid point about how she responds to our vehicles. Is most likely that she's unfamiliar with the vehicles. But a fascinating part about elephants is, and I'm sure you would agree with me, Peter, is that when you do see elephants and when you approach elephants in a vehicle, in a game drive vehicle, you tend to be able to approach males a lot closer than you do when it comes to females. That's it's never a fixed rule, but females, with the protection of youngsters, they will respond a lot sooner to our presence than males were. However, that's not always a guarantee.